Hello everyone, my name's Shane and you're watching me. What strange people. Whee! Hi. To be fair, I'm a little bit high on paint fumes at the minute. This week has just been, well, waiting for paint to dry, rubbing it down, getting the runs out, painting it over again, waiting for it to dry, chasing the runs out. I'd forgotten, to be fair, how much fun it can be working with enamels. And I brush apply everything. But yeah, so aside from like what I'm doing now, two projects have developed during this week, but they're in the development stage. So one of them, I want to build a fairly large size parts washer with maybe a vapour blasting facility, a jet wash built into it as well, and a general high powered pump with some form of scrubbing nozzle on it as well. It's just for cleaning up and buffing up parts, I suppose, and it's just something I can make. And also, if my friend sorts me out with what we were talking about, some big tubs, I'm going to make a very large shot blasting cabinet. I'm going to make a large home shot blasting cabinet, because you know there are shot blasting rooms that are bigger than my whole shed. So yeah, it's going to be quite large for a home one. Something that I can at least get some big castings into to clean up, because the bigger castings on the project I'm restoring have been a bit of a pain, and previously on other restorations and that, it's also a bit of a nightmare. And at the end of the day, a paint job isn't a restoration, but it gets done with it anyway, because I strip down to nuts and bolts spare castings and then I work my way back out. And on the way I paint everything, I clean everything, everything's oiled, greased, lubricated up, cleaned out, any damaged parts replaced, etc. You know, and 9 times out of 10 I'll probably end up having to redoing the wiring, because the wiring's old, but it's only like basic sort of thing. So yeah, although the paint job isn't a restoration, it's part of the process. Aside from that, and those projects, I picked up a bit of a blind Facebook marketplace job lot again. I knew what this was, which is why I bought it, but there's a mystery box of stuff. I bought it for the little meg base. Yeah, my compressors failed, which was annoying. So here's a little corner of the garden you haven't seen yet. It never rains, but it pours. So a couple of weeks ago, my little compressor that I got from the scrap man stopped working for me. The reed valves, one of them fatigued and cracked, and a piece of it, well, I didn't know at the time, but a piece of it dropped into the cylinder. I thought it was fine. Made new reed valves for it, but unfortunately it scored up the inside of the cylinder, a little fragment, so that's not working at the moment. So I'm using a big compressor, and now this isn't working, so let's have a look, see what's wrong with it. So I've done a few checks. She's just not getting past 50 psi, so I've started taking the head off again. The odds are one of my DIY paper like gaskets is probably worn out after all this time. I mean, it's been a few years since I made this gasket, so we'll find out. I can see what's wrong with it. Dusty. The gasket's given out again. It's always those middle bits. Would be nice if I could find the proper gaskets for this, because this is a little bit annoying. Yeah, so it's nothing too major. Just got to go make a new gasket. We should come along for that. See, kind of looks like a funny sort of jelly bear. So yeah, I got some stainless steel in to make a new parts washer. Want to build a bigger one, so that'll be one that's coming up. That's going to have a couple of high pressure water pumps in it. One for just circulating water and blasting parts away and that. Another one will be connected up to a jet wash. I'm going to make like a small handheld trigger, and then I might try and do it so there'll be a sump that can collect up for like vapor blasting beads and that, if I want to do a bit of vapor blasting. I don't know if I want to put vapor blasting into it yet, but yeah, so that'll be something I'll be starting probably next week. To be fair, it's just going to be a lot of welding. Downside is it's going to all be TIG welded, so that means I've got a the cost of bargain to consider. That's what I like about mixer much. Using the old fire extinguishers, I pay like £1 a bottle on the fire extinguishers. Granted, I have to go buy 100 of them at a time, but you know, it's cheap. You can almost sort of not really consider what you're spending. So yeah, this week has been shot blasting, sanding, wire wheeling, painting, rubbing paint down, waiting for paint to dry, more painting. You know, it's been a bit of a non-interesting week, I suppose. Hopefully this is all it needs, is just this gasket knocking up. Yeah, and that's about it, guys. It's been a slow week. I still got a lot of painting ahead of me. Then I've got like surface prep to do on the ways. The ways on the machine I'm restoring were never scraped. I'm not sure if I want to get into hand scraping at the moment. I'll probably leave that. Just focus on fixing all the bearings and stuff that's missing and shot. And then rebuild it, and hopefully in another week or so this will be done. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and I will catch you on the next one.